Okay, so I'm videoing the garden. It is the winter solstice. So this is the sun down the side garden. And we have no sun whatsoever in the chicken coop. We have a little sun in the courtyard area. Try and keep my shadow out of it, that could skew things. Okay, and down the front of the house is a little sun. Okay, so nothing by the fig tree. There's a little sun coming through the gate onto the espalier, and that also falls a little bit on beds in the UK. This here is France, and that's got a little bit of sun, but not a lot. There is, again, a fraction, not quite sure where it's coming from, but a fraction in Germany, only really on that side, I think. And we do have some sun here in Italy, so yeah, there is a bit of sun. It's quite cold last night, so it's quite frosty. Not frosty, it didn't get down that far. It was about 6 degrees, but cold. So heavy dew. So we've got, here we go. So we've got a lot of sun on those potatoes and not on these potatoes. This could be one of the reasons, nothing in the cold frame. This could be one of the reasons these potatoes are doing well and the others aren't. Food forest, you can see the angle of the sun coming in there. I have this fence which blocks out all the winter sun. So that comes through, hits the bananas, the top of the, well, that's a deciduous tree, but it is hitting the passion fruit, so that's interesting, but obviously nothing down low. Okay, so I'm not sure if I said, but it's 9 o'clock in the morning. My plan is to do one at 9, one at 12 and one at 3. Sunrise this morning was at 7:30, and the sun sets at about 5:15, and we have roughly 9.5 hours of daylight today. So a little bit of sun. Now, the interesting, some of the citrus grove there is in sun at the moment. I don't suppose there'll be any sun around the corner. It will be absolutely, oh well, look at that. There's a tiny little bit down at the back against the fence, but apart from that, the whole thing is in shade. Okay, so just coming back. This will probably be the most boring video ever for everybody else, but fascinating for me, so I can look back on it and see what the winter sun does in my garden in the absolute middle of winter. So you can see the apples getting a bit of sun, the avocados will be getting a bit of sun on the top. Obviously the apple tree is going dormant, although those leaves stay for ages. The avocado, it obviously has got leaves, that keeps going through the winter. And the top of the fence, and of course Crystal Palace has still got quite a lot of sun on it because it doesn't get blocked by the fence because it's higher up. Okay, so lemons are getting a little reflected sun, interestingly, because it's bouncing off the conservatory windows, so they are getting a bit of sun. Okay, so that's my garden at 9 o'clock on the winter solstice. This is 12 o'clock. Looking down here. So it doesn't go on the top of the bins. I'm going to put some planters on the top of the bins. So yeah, still in shade, although higher up it might be a bit more in sun. Okay, tiny bit of sun in the chicken coop. Some reflected light in the chicken coop. Hello girlies. A little bit in the corner maybe. Okay, this is along the front of the house. Full sun now by the house, and really good sun all the way along the front of the house. Lemons are in full sun now, and that one full sun. You can see here. There we go. Let's have a look at the beds. We've got light coming through the gate a little bit onto this woodland border. Okay, so England and Germany are pretty much full shade, and the sun comes up to the beginning of that bed. So now we have France, all beds pretty much. This one a little bit, no, that one's in full sun too. All beds in France in sun. And Crystal Palace, pretty good sun. Coming along here, we have Italy mainly in sun. Yeah, pretty good sun. Again, the sun stops there. And Germany all in shade, apart from cracks through the fence. On to Park Square. We have the coal frame now in sun. Those potatoes in sun still. These potatoes coming into sun a little. Over here, same deal with the fence angle. Passion fruit still in sun. The sun basically is just going to the bottom of that banana planter. All of the food forest in shade, apart from tiny cracks in the fence. Okay. Crystal Palace in this direction. Okay, so sun all along here. A little bit of reflected sun on those pots, and on the back of Park Square there's some reflected sun. Some sun there. Oh, hello. Oh, there's a little praying mantis. That's rather cool. Park Square's getting reflected sun from the windows. Citrus Grove now mainly in shade. A little bit of sun on that orange, and now more sun down there. Little sun at the back, shade all along here, and a little sun on the jasmine. Grape, of course, still in full sun. And it's baking day, baking morning in the house, so I've just pulled out the baguette for lunch. Rather pleased with that one. It is looking superb. Smells delicious too. And also biscuits. I do a full batch of biscuits every week, because when I was looking at our rubbish, because we try and be as low waste as possible, when I was looking at our rubbish, some of the things that we have in the rubbish bin, or used to have in the rubbish bin, were biscuit packets. Biscuit packaging is ridiculous. The amount of packaging that comes with a packet of biscuits is silly. So biscuit packaging, and also a whole bunch of bread bags. So there are 2 loaves still in the oven. I usually do 3 loaves of bread and a baguette. Maybe I'll film those while they come out of the oven, but we will have eaten the baguette by then. I do it all on the same day, so that I put the oven on and then fill it up completely I put the biscuits on first on a cooler temperature, then I turn it up high and do the baguette and the main loaves. Baguette comes out first, then the main loaves carry on. But basically it means that I only put the oven up to heat for one morning a week, really, rather than if I baked daily, it would take a lot more energy and electricity to keep doing that, and it's more efficient time-wise as well. I then slice all the bread up, the 3 loaves, and put it in the freezer, and we use it through the week, slice by slice, as we need it. Okay, so 3 o'clock. You can see the sun down there. We've definitely got more sun in the chicken coop. I'm being blinded by the sun right at the moment. Sun all along the side, front of the house still. Along here. And hello Maggie, you come to see too. Okay, sorry, the sun's probably going straight into the camera now. So, a little bit of sun in France, but not that much, probably shadowed by Crystal Palace. England, of course, is in shade, as expected. Italy has quite a bit of sun still, doesn't get shaded by Crystal Palace, so this side is nice and light, and quite a bit of sun there. Of course, Germany full shade as expected. Up onto Park Square. The back in this corner now has got quite a lot of sun, so all the way up the archways all in sun. Not so much over there now by the potatoes, they're in shadow. A little bit of sun still on the banana, but it's left this area. So it's not on the passion fruit and not anywhere in the food forest, still in shade. So nice and sunny over there. And Crystal Palace, still sunny on the top on this side now. Oh, you yawning, Maggie. It's a long day. Okay, so still sunny all along the front of the house. I need to get these planters in place because still sunny along here, so that's great. Down here, the olive is in sun, but planters further down are not in sun. Citrus Grove now, no longer in sun. No. And down the side here, so down the side garden, the west gardens, sun all down the wall and a little bit at the back down there. It's fairly light down here now, but there isn't any sun actually on the ground level here, but there is some on the wall there, so I'm thinking of doing something with that wall, not sure what. Okay, so just walking back, you can see still sunny on this side, and the same old problem, not by the fence. The fence in the winter really shades that area. Nice and sunny here through the orchard now, and to the chickens. There's a bit of sun on the side of the chicken coop, and the fig, avocados and the apple, they're all in sun now. And round, of course, still on the courtyard, shady in this area, of course, but sunny into the entranceway. So that's sun in my garden, sun and shade in my garden on the winter solstice.